Hey San, good afternoon. Do you want your dad to trust you? Mhm. Admit your mistakes instead of denying it. When your dad is asking, who spilled the water on the floor? Say, it was me, dad. I'm sorry. I will help you clear it up. Or when your dad is asking, who drew the circle thing on the wall? Say, it was me, dad. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Next is when your dad is asking you, who stole the money from the pocket? Admit your mistake. Say, dad, it was me. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Now, why admitting your own mistake? I mean, why denying your own mistake is a bad behavior? Because, first, you become dishonest the moment you do it. Second, you lose trust. You lose your dad's trust. Third is your kids might become dishonest kids like you when you become a dad in the future. And why this topic is so important? Because remember, you want your dad to trust you, right? Meaning, you have to be honest kid. Meaning, what is honest kid? An honest kid is he admits his mistakes, he apologizes, right? And why admitting your mistakes is the right thing to do? Because when you do it, you are practicing yourself to be a honest kid. You learn that it is a bad behavior and you won't repeat it again and again, and you are becoming a honest kid. So it's really beneficial for you. And what if you mess this up? What if you make this mistake? What if someday you did not admit your mistake when dad was asking you, when I'm asking you? First of all, it's okay to make mistake, but the problem you did was not okay. When that happens, I want you to know that making mistake is okay. Learn from it. And I understand that whatever the reasons behind why you didn't tell the truth, why you did not admit your own mistakes, I know you don't want me to get upset with you, and that feeling of afraid is valid. And the problem here is not you, okay? The actual problem here is the bad behavior, which is the not telling the truth or not admitting your own mistakes. Yep. And it will happen. I mean, 80 to 90%. It will happen. Why? Because it's it's normal. I mean, most kids today, they they don't admit when they make mistakes. So since you are a kid like them, since you are unaware of it before, it's okay. I will forgive you always, and I will always love you. And you are my son, and I'm here to guide you. Maybe the reason why you did it is you were unaware, but now you are aware. But right now you are aware of it, so you will minimize making this mistake, and the more you learn from it, you know, the better you get at it. Now, of course, there will be consequences. Three consequences. What happens to you? What happens to your dad? What happens to your kids in the future when you become a dad, of course. So let's start with what happens to you when you deny your mistakes. First is the moment you do that, you become dishonest. How? You become dishonest because you told your dad, you denied that it wasn't you. You didn't know when your dad was asking who spilled the water on the floor. You said, no, it wasn't me. I didn't know. Maybe it was my brother. And you become dishonest when you deny that you didn't steal the money, when you deny that you didn't draw circles, animes on the wall, right? So your action made you a dishonest kid. And what happens is, how would you feel after you did not tell the truth? First is you feel scared because what if dad knows the truth, you know? And second, you feel guilt, like, oh no, I am keeping a secret from my dad, and he doesn't deserve that. And you feel, you don't feel peaceful because you are trying to hide something from your dad, right? So the more you deny your mistakes, you feel scared, you feel guilty, and you feel again guilty because your dad doesn't know what's what's the truth, right? And I mean, do you want do you want to feel, or do you want to experience feeling scared, guilt, and do you want to be this honest kid, a kid who denies the truth, a kid who doesn't make mistakes, and a kid who doesn't apologize? Yeah, that's the first consequence. So how about how about what happens to your dad? How does your action affect him? So the moment you don't admit your mistakes, you give him, you are giving him a problem. Yes, you're making him You're making him feel stressed. He's stressed because he feels he feels worried for your character. What if you grow up a liar in the future, right? What if you grow up being dishonest until you become a dad or until you grow up, right? So he feels he he will feel like, oh no, it's my fault. I didn't raise my son well. Where did I go wrong, right? And he feels he feels he feels like he's disrespected because, oh no, my son is not telling me the truth. Is he upset of is he scared of me? So you make him you make him stressed, right? And does do I deserve that? Just kidding. Yeah, I'm your dad. I mean, does your dad deserve that? Do I deserve that? Do I deserve to feel disrespected, to feel worry about you, about your character? Do I feel, I mean, do you want me to lose trust in you? Right? And second problem is, if you keep doing it, you are influencing me. You're influencing your dad to do the same thing, to lie, to not admit the truth. Because basically, you are not admitting the truth, which means you are influencing your dad to do the same thing and to be like you. I mean, do you want your dad to be dishonest, to not tell the truth, right? Third is, what happens to your kids in the future if you keep not admitting, if you keep denying your mistakes? Obviously, the moment you keep doing it, you're giving them a problem too. You make them feel stressed again. I mean, they feel stressed because they are confused. They feel confused. Like, seriously, that what is wrong? What is the lie? What is the truth? We are confused. We can't trust your words, right? And they feel disrespected also because, oh, my dad is keeping us secrets. He doesn't tell the truth, and they feel unloved and they feel devalued. Like, is this how you treat us? You are not telling the truth. You are denying the truth, right? So chances are, the moment you keep doing it, your kids might become dishonest too. They may they will do the same thing. They will they will not admit when they eat junk foods, when they scroll on the phone, when they insult their brother. So they become dishonest kids like you because your action is teaching them to be dishonest kids. And do they deserve to be dishonest? Do they deserve to have a dishonest father? And do you want them to feel confused, disrespected, and unloved? So those are the three consequences, right? So let me summarize this. You become dishonest, you make your dad stressed, and your kids become dishonest kids too in the future. 80%. Okay, now, of course, there are rewards. there are three rewards to yourself, to your dad, and to your kids in the future. So, what happens if you admit your own mistakes? First is what happens to you. First is you become honest this time. Why? Because you told the truth. You told that you were the one who spilled the water on the floor. You were the one who drew the cartoons thing on the walls, the stars, the square, the shapes, the numbers on the wall, and then you told the truth that you were the one who stole the money. Just kidding, right? So your action is making you honest kid, and of course, when you do the right thing, when you admit the your mistakes, it makes you feel relieved. You feel relieved now because, oh, I'm not hiding any mistakes, any secrets anymore to dad. So I feel okay. I feel relieved now. You feel peaceful because there's no stress, there's no secrets. You told the truth, and you are brave. You feel brave because I told the truth. Even I feel scared to tell the truth. I admit my mistakes, even I get scared. And do you want do you want to be honest kid, a kid who tells the truth even he feels scared to admit it, to admit his mistakes? So that's the first reward. So the next one is what happens to your dad when you admit your mistakes. So what's the positive impact? Impact is you you make him proud. Why? He's proud of you because you told the truth. You admit your mistakes. You told him that you were the one who spilled the water on the floor and many more. And he feels proud because, wow, I can really trust my son. He he doesn't he doesn't lie to me, right? And he feels valued because every time you tell the truth, he feels, oh, my son values me. He I am important to him, right? So do you want your dad to feel happy, proud of you? Yep. And do you want him to trust you? Okay, third reward is what happens to your kids in the future when you become a dad. How do you impact him by your behavior? So if the moment you keep doing it, of course, you they become they become honest kids because your your actions taught them that admitting the truth, admitting your own mistake is the best and right thing to do, right? So they see you doing it, they see you modeling it, so they grow up honest kids too. And of course, if you do the right thing, if you admit your own mistakes, you make them loved. Why? Because they feel loved because, wow, dad is respecting us. Dad is admitting his own mistakes, right? So they feel loved, respected. Confusing, right? Okay, so what I'm saying is the three major rewards are when you admit your own mistake, you become honest kid, you make your dad proud, and your kids become honest too. So that's my idea. And then today, now you are aware of the problem, right? Because your mindset before was, oh, I will not admit my mistakes, I will keep my secrets, I will hide the truth, I will not tell dad that I was the one who spilled the water, the one who drew on the wall, and the one who took the money. That was your idea before because you were unaware of the problem, but now you are aware of the problem. Now you know that denying your mistakes is a bad behavior, and now you're going to admit your own mistakes. And I thank you choosing to choosing to admit your own mistakes instead of denying it, and you made the right decisions. And of course, as I what said before, you're going to make mistake about it. You will mess this up, meaning you will not admit your mistakes sometimes. And I want you to remember that making this mistake is okay, but learn from it. Remember the consequences of your action. You know, you become dishonest, you lose trust with your dad, and you're teaching your kids to be dishonest kids in the future too. So those are the consequences. So never forget the consequences of your actions. So yeah, keep learning, keep practicing it. So it's okay to make mistakes again and again and again. Even you make mistake 100 times, and that's okay. I still love you, I forgive you, and yeah, I just want you to learn from it. And that's it for today's episode. And your challenge today, son, is to admit your own mistakes. Okay, of course, I won't get. Yeah, I will feel mad, but that doesn't mean I will disrespect you. Of course, I'm still a human, and I'm here to guide you, to educate you, and I make mistakes too, and let's help each other out. and and yeah, that's the end of our story episode today. And let me share you a story today. So yesterday, Jessica the chicken. So she is pregnant now. I mean, she will lay eggs very soon. And then yesterday, we noticed, me and dad, we noticed her that last day she trained her 9 chicks to sleep on the branch where I hang up my laundry. And then the reason for that was she was training them, and then last night, so that was the first night the Jessica the hen sleeps away from her 9 chicks. So basically the 9 chicks is sleeping here, and then she was sleeping here near behind them so she can still see them. Like, that was really nice. That was a nice moment where that chicken is reminding me that to be a responsible parent. And I think 2 months, that's enough for preparing them to be independent, to live on their own. And that was a nice beautiful moment. And I think second story is, you know I was watching I was watching The Voice Norway, and then every time I see a woman, and I always remind myself, one thing I'm looking for from a woman from my wife is not the physical attribute. Yes, it matters, but my first priority is, do I want you to raise my son? If the answer is yes, then I'm gonna marry you and let's build a family. Yep, that's the story of today. And today I feel like, so basically I was fixing the structure of my episode today. it's kind of it's kind of confusing as of the moment because I iterate. So I have been iterating the structure of my writing. So it's kind of confusing, yeah. That's why yeah, I'm trying my best to iterate and then to really understand the structure. So you you get it, son, right? So see you tomorrow. Bye bye. See you tomorrow at 9 a.m.